right, Sophie, before we jump into the tournament here, first things first, qualified for the U.S. Open this year, first time as a professional. Kind of just talk about that week, and how the game's feeling going into that, and then what you're looking forward to most.
Yeah, we had a good break, I think, and then playing a Open qualifier there well, I think always helps, and I think it's great. Really looking forward to it. I played the Open once as an amateur and pretty much fell in love with that tournament. So I feel like every year I'm trying to make it back to it. And yeah, it worked out. Played in Atlanta, and now we have a big stretch on the epson-tour though coming up, and I feel like focus will be on that for the next couple of weeks, and then everything else will come.
Trying to keep the good vibes rolling here at the IOA Championship. Historically you've played pretty well here, so what is it about this golf course? I think you have 3 or 4 top 10 finishes in the past 5 years, so what about this golf course really suits your game?
Yeah, it's funny enough, I can't pinpoint one thing, but I think it's a couple things. I do see the ball going in the hole on this golf course. I feel like I do love the mountains around it. I always liked the West Coast, even in college. I feel like California had some really good tournaments playing in that state. So yeah, it's a good atmosphere. So I'll just try to take some away from that.
And then we had that 5-week break in between tournaments. Obviously went to the U.S. Open qualifier. Mm-hmm. Was there anything you really tried to focus on after those 3 events that we had at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, it was really my putting, to be honest. I feel like I played I played a little better than I scored, and I'm like, okay, Sophie, but we got to work on that. So it was, of course, nice to see it on the qualifier working out a little better. So now I'm just trying to keep working on it and hope it will kind of keep working in the epson events. But I also spent some time with, I think, great people and great areas. I mixed it up this year a little bit, so to got a little change in scenery and practice at great golf courses, and so yeah, I felt like it was a good mix of both, off the course and on the course work. So yeah.
And then last year coming back off an injury that kind of sidelined you for the 2023 season. Now this year, a full year back from that injury. How's the game feeling? Do you feel like everything's kind of getting back to 100% now after that full year off?
Yeah, I mean, I do feel healthy. I think that's all good. The foot and the back are holding up pretty well. Last year was a lot, I think. I think I tried to change a lot of things and maybe lost my game a little bit in that whole process. And so end of last year, I really sat down and hit the reset button. I was also really excited to work in the off season and not just do rehab things. So I feel like that was a lot of more fun as well. So now I really try to stay patient with it and trust it. I feel like I do put really good work in, and I just try to stay positive and hope to see some results. Yeah.
Kind of just talk about how tough mentally is that when you're coming off that injury, because you have the game. You've won out here, you've done that.
Yeah.
How is it, you can compete, so how does it feel knowing, going to the U.S. Open, coming back to a good track? Mentally, where are you at right now?
Yeah, I think key point though is to stay in the present. I mean, it was super exciting last Monday, and then especially heading into the West Coast that I like, and I've played here well, but I feel like I keep saying it, like I think I can take good momentum from it because I played here well, but it's a new year, and I think we have great competition out here. So I really just try to take it one round and one tournament at a time, really, and but of course try to feed off the positive things. So yeah.
Perfect. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.